Good evening, welcome to the start of the week here on Midlands Today from the BBC. Our top story tonight, the whole region has been declared a drought zone.
Drought orders effective from today mean all of the West Midlands is now on alert. But the region's biggest water company, Severn Trent, says there won't be a hosepipe ban this summer. Rainfall for March continued the dry trend we've seen over the past 2 years, with between 31 and 40% of the average rainfall expected for this time of year.
And that's having a pronounced impact on river levels. At a time when they should be full, many are now exceptionally low, including the Wye, the Trent and the Avon. Right across the region, groundwater levels are also classed as exceptionally low. Our environment correspondent David Gregory begins his report from a potato farm.
This Herefordshire farm reservoir should be full, but when it's this low, it's only useful to passing swans.
In part of the Midlands, we're looking at a lack of rainfall over the last 18 months that we'd only expect to see once every 100 years. So it is quite a significant impact. And with the 2 dry winters that we've had, the groundwater levels are very low. So that means that in the summer, if it remains dry, we're going to have very low water levels, and that can have quite a serious impact upon the environment.
On Ditton Farm near Ross-on-Wye, the Environment Agency has been working with the farmer, relaxing rules and allowing him to take water from this river at a time which is traditionally outside the abstraction season. It's allowing the farm to recharge their reservoirs. But farmers would like to see other changes to help them survive this drought, especially when it comes to planning and building new reservoirs on their land.
We've been through the planning process with one, and we've had a lot of help from the Environment Agency and the planning office with it, but it's taken about 18 months to get it through, which is too long, and the cost of doing that in the 18 months, with trying to speak to all the different people and get consultants in, sometimes takes the project out of reach of us to actually doing it, because we're spending too much money on getting the project ready in the planning rather than actually building the reservoir.
This summer, the lack of water will mean reduced yields and even poorer quality crops for farmers here in the Midlands.
Well, we can cross live to David Gregory now, who's at Draycott Water near Rugby in Warwickshire. So, David, just how serious is the water level situation?
Well, I guess we've had 2 years, Mary, where we've had well below average rainfall, especially in winter. So I guess to get back to where we should be, we need 2 years of above average winter rainfall. And it's winter that's really key, because it's the winter recharge period where we use the rain to fill up our rivers, our reservoirs and our groundwater. And that's just not been happening. And we don't just need really heavy sudden downpours, which have been a bit of a trend recently. What we need is traditional English drizzle, persistent rain that soaks the ground, makes it nice and wet, so that any further rainfall soaks right in and recharges groundwater and reservoirs. And that's just something we haven't had now for a good 2 years.
And David, what a lot of people might be wondering is how can the water companies be so confident that there won't be a hosepipe ban this summer when we are in a drought?
Well, yes, this is, as you said, Draycott, and this is a Severn Trent reservoir. It actually supplies Rugby, and Severn Trent have actually built a pipeline to actually refill it from a nearby river. And Severn Trent would argue that thanks to this kind of moving of water, they're definitely able to keep the water flowing into our taps. And that's what Welsh Water, it's what South Staffordshire Water say as well. So while there may not be an official hosepipe ban, though, if we're still talking about drought in 12 months' time, whatever water we all manage to save this summer and even this winter, we might turn out to be very grateful for it in a year's time. So no official hosepipe ban, no, but I think everyone should be thinking more carefully about what we use our water for. Back to you.
David Gregory, thank you.